Hello from Starbase, Boca Chica. We're seeing the lift of Starship 29 here up on the booster 11 in preparation for the launch tomorrow on June the 6th. It just happens to be my birthday, so I'm happy about that. The signal is bad here. I'll probably lose this before we get it done. But you can hear the creaking of the catch arms, Mechazilla, as it raises the Starship up. And it's gonna place it, of course, right on top of the booster. And they're doing this super quick these days. The first couple of times it took forever, but now I think they can do it in 15 or 20 minutes. It's just not taking too long to do this. It's a humid, breezy morning here at the beach. We've got some people out there with cameras watching this. Here's the scene back at the beach. Beach truck, we camped last night, my good friend Rory and I. And the water came right up to the tent. So it's creaking along as it raises up. They brought the Starship down yesterday and finished up some little last minute touches on the Starship. So when they finish the stacking, I think we're going to 100% ready to go. This mission is slated to go to the Indian Ocean and do a soft landing there, a belly flop maneuver. The first one since Starship 15 successfully completed this maneuver right here on this very spot. The booster itself, the mission on it is to do a soft landing offshore here in the Gulf of Mexico. So it'll do a burn back maneuver, a flip back, and a landing burn. They're very interested in hoping this heat tile system works for the re-entry for thermal protection, and that is one of the biggest stumbling blocks of trying to make this 100% reusable. It's the toughest challenge, I should say, and of course SpaceX is up to the task. I'm not worried about that. They're almost to the proper elevation to start the swing. It looks like they slowed down a bit. They're doing this in a pretty good breeze. I'm guessing it's 15 to 20 mile an hour breeze. That's such a massive Starship, to just such a large object should be just hanging out in space there, lifted with this special crane. Oh, and I can see from here, there's some controversial tiles that are missing at the bottom of the skirt of the Starship. And I can see they're still missing. Now these heat tiles, much discussion about these guys. People thought, well, they just missed those and they're going to take it back down and fix it. And when they unstacked it yesterday, the speculation was, oh, they're going to fix that. Well, they didn't fix those heat tiles. I can see from here that they're still missing. And there's been scuttlebutt around in the rumor mill that the reason they're missing is that they have mounted some cameras, and they want to be able to observe the heating in that area. It's a non-critical area, and they may have cameras up inside the engine bay skirt. And oh yeah, she's swinging now. McKeeves is watching, and McKeeves is one of my best ever launch mates. I think we've seen 1, 2, 3, at least 3 together. I think we met after the suborbitals. I can't remember. You know, there's a family down here of people who are fanatics about this, that come out to Starbase for every launch, and come out here just to hang out and be here. This is a magical place where dreams are being made true. The dream of going to Mars is happening right in front of us, and this is of course the early stages of the development of Starship. But when there are a fleet of 1,000 Starships in space, and we're talking about not 100 years from now, but 20 or 30 years from now, and they're regularly flying back and forth to Mars and to asteroids and to the moon, and being used for all types of commercial purposes, from launching satellites to joyrides around the moon. And it'll be commonplace. These launches will happen, and they'll go, oh yeah, there goes another one. There goes another one. They won't line up by the thousands to see them like they do now, because it'll just be like going to the airport and watching jets take off. It's fun, but you know, it happens all the time. I've done 26 takeoffs and landings since March in airplanes, and it's always fun when you take off, and it's always fun when you land. So these people on Starships will probably have the same type of apprehension, because you can imagine what it feels like to be riding on that rocket. When they take off, the G-forces are not massive like a dragster would put more G-force on you, but the forces would accumulate on you as this thing finally reaches top speed of 17,500 miles an hour. But you'd be almost out of the atmosphere and gravity, for that matter. So I don't know what the G-forces would be like to ride one of these things. I'll probably never get to find out. But hopefully somebody will come back with a report for me. I would zoom this, but these iPhones don't let you do that when you're filming. At least I don't know how. But thankfully we've got a decent enough signal today. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's not going to have to last a lot longer, because as you can see, they're lining up to Starship. The last few inches takes some minutes for them to really get it perfectly lined up, because it has to be perfect. There are actual pipes that join, so the male and the female end of the pipe, one on the Starship, one on the booster, have to slide together like cosmic rocket intercourse for this thing to be perfect. So this is what everybody's been waiting for. Without this, we're not going anywhere. And there was speculation that maybe they would delay the launch. They were having issues or something. But the consensus is that they had a big SpaceX employee photo op. They brought all the employees down and made a nice big photo in front of the Starship. And there are those that think that it was stacked just for that the last time. And then they knew they had to do some final touch-up and things like activate the flight termination system. And so they unstacked it, and now we're quickly going right back together with it. So it looks like we're all on schedule for my birthday. That'll be fantastic. I'm going to make a wish, try to blow that candle out from a long way away. I don't think it's going to work. But hope we don't have too much fireworks here with this one. Sometimes they make a large birthday candle, and sometimes it's just a nice pointy birthday candle. So she's just got a few more feet to line up. When they first started doing this, they would have drones out there right around the joining point to help them see what was going on. But I think they've got it together now with better cameras on board. The hot staging ring, of course, there's no cameras there that would last very long, because you can see those vents where the rocket exhaust comes out when they first relight or when they light the Starship at separation. Oh, that's right. My friend McKeeb's, they launched the last one on his birthday. So if they launch this one on my birthday, it must be the blessed two. Maybe Elon knows more about us than he lets on. You know, it's his inside joke. He likes to joke around, you know, with launch dates, 314 being pi, 420 being, what's 420? I can't remember. Oh yeah, wait. It's something to do with marijuana. And 1118, I haven't figured that one out yet. I'm sure there's some meaning there. It looks like it's coming down. They've got it perfectly lined up, it looks like. And it looks like it's coming down. So if the battery didn't go dead or we don't lose the signal, maybe I'll see this join up in just a moment. I was here for the first stack of a Starship, and it was at night. They made everybody get out of the area and to the edge of the launch area where I watched it, and it was too dark to get any decent video or anything like that. But I did get a few photos showing it being lifted the first time they used those big arms. So I'm guessing they're down to about 5 or 6 feet at this point. So they call us tank watchers because we watch these giant tanks and just stare at them. Basically, that's what these rockets are, giant tanks with a rocket engine on one end. The booster is liquid methane, liquid oxygen, and rocket engine. And that's pretty much it. Got some nice electronics controls. The grid fins that you see up there, the little winglets on top, are for guiding it during its return flight back down to eventually to this launch tower. What we're seeing here is the end result will be the Starship coming in, the booster coming in first, being caught by those big arms that are holding the Starship now, placed onto the launch pad, the Starship flying in behind it and being caught by those big arms and placed back onto the booster and refuel, light it up again, send it away in a few hours. When they first started doing this, it took a long time to fuel the Starship, but they've got it. They've worked extensively on larger tanks and bigger pumps and more pipes, and I think they can probably fully load this thing in an hour or less now. And that's millions and millions of pounds. I don't have the statistic right now, but I think one statistic was there was like 270 semi-truckloads of fuel and oxygen. Oh yeah, we're getting down there. My friend Phil Hutchinson is watching. Great guy. If you're in San Marcos, go to SpaceX. You can probably find him in there. Buy him a beer. Say hey to the Katz brothers for me. Now, Phil, what you should do is get in your car and drive down here and go to Isla Blanca Park tomorrow morning and watch this thing take off. because it's a pretty spectacular show, and it's not that far away, and highways are nice easy drive. Oh yeah, we're coming on down very, very close. I can see a very little gap still, but it's virtually there. The Starship can be turned. Those arms have the mounting points that anchor into. It's like a trailer ball in a giant socket on the side of the Starship, and those balls on the catch arms are on tracks, so that they can swivel back and forth, and they can rotate the Starship if they need to. They can run it in, out, twist it around, swing it left and right, so they've got complete control over it. So I'm going to say that's pretty much it. It might have a few inches, but my friend Rory and we brought some fishing gear, and we're going to run down here to the Rio Grande River at the end of this beach here, just 3 miles, and straight across from Mexico, and do a little fishing this morning before we come back and hang out for the day and mix and mingle with the crowd that's going to come through here today. Today, the day before the launch, there'll be a lot of notables come down through here. People like Tim Dodd, people like Felix Slag. Who knows who's going to be here? Marcus House, I don't think he's making it, but maybe he'll make it. These are some YouTube personalities that have some great shows. Check them out on YouTube. Check out my channel, Ron Hard Rock 468. This Facebook Live will eventually make it there. Hopefully the quality's not too bad. But my camera does a better job, but I can't be live, and it's just fun to do these live. You know, the information gets out there quick this way, and the quality's not that good when I upload it to YouTube, but hey, doesn't matter. Ron Hard Rock, we don't care. No editing, wind noise, that's our trademark. So, okay, well, I'm going to call that pretty much it. It may not actually be hooked, but it's close enough for me. We've got kind of a mess back at the camp here, where